unless you see, I keep saying it that the best thing that anybody can do for themselves and any club can do for themselves is to be self-aware. When you are self-aware, you say, yes, I am Chelsea. I don't build projects. I don't build players. I buy and I win trophies once every 2 years or once every three. We know who you are. You know your identity. You go for the guys like the Mourinho's. You go for the players that they don't build play. They just bring you in and
You win
you
trophy,
win
they sell
trophies
you.
for them. They sell you. Simple
Yes,
as
yes,
that. You know, but don't aspire to Maguire to retire to go back to the village like Juventus, because you are a big club. That's the status. You should be looking for a status manager to come in. If you ever say you want to build, you must be willing to follow it to the letter.
The thing is, what they saw in Mota Thiago is something people are saying about the guy at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Are you a one-season wonder or are you a long-term project manager? If you're a one-season wonder, come in, win the league, and close your chapter. If you're a long-term project manager, no, that's the truth. If you're a long-term project manager, you take your time, build your team, and you see that Leverkusen or perhaps has taken his time, built his team, won the trophy, and he's still challenging because he's taking like 2 years to build his team. Thiago Motta, for me, took that same 2 years to get Bologna from where they were to where they are. So he is not a one-season wonder. He's a builder. You get so, and for you to have a builder in your side, it means you're looking at the long term, not the short term. You're not looking at what's in front of you. You're looking at the very thing that is at the end of the road. So I feel like for them to sack him and bring in Igor is a poor decision making from the club.
That's one. Secondly,
and two, I feel like you brought this manager in from coaching Bologna, that is not a top team, and he took them to European football for the first time in a very, very long time. He took them to European football for the first time in a very long time, and you bring him into Juventus. The pressure is different. The media pressure, the fan base pressure, the everything pressure is different. It's on different level, and he's trying to balance everything in his first 6 months. He's trying to balance it all, or perhaps in his first year, he's trying to balance it all, so he can know how to get into the competition proper. It's not like as if Juventus is far underperforming and they are not in the top 4.
Yes,
they're in the chase to get into Europe this year. So why let him go? Just let him finish the season, play the Continentals, and perhaps continue to build. Maybe if you win them the Champions League next season, whenever they show.
Crazy, man.
Okay, let's see what happens with Juventus if this new coach will do better than Motta. But I can't see
the surprising thing is that this new coach average term as manager is 0.6 years. He hasn't had a long belt at any club. Yes.
So and that's why they
maybe it's an interim.
That's why they brought him in now to. No, they said till the end of the season. So till after World Cup.
It's crazy,
till
man.
FIFA Club World Cup. After that, then they can get a proper manager in. But I just feel like letting Thiago go was a very wrong decision.
Very wrong move. Of course, they paid a huge release clause for that, but then it's crazy.
3 years contract.
Okay, let's see what happens. Talking about coaches, Brazil is still looking to sack their coach and bring in Ancelotti. So they are still praying somehow that Ancelotti will decide to finish with Real Madrid, even though Ancelotti says that he wants to continue with Real Madrid until he's tired or Real Madrid tells him to
go. Yes.
They were looking for him last because the rumors they had that Ancelotti will quit after last season, winning the Champions League last season, that he's going to leave Real Madrid probably and go and rest. So Brazil started looking for him, trying to get him, but he decided to stay at Real Madrid again. So they got in another coach. Now they are still looking to bring in Ancelotti back to Brazil. But do you think that he should now quit Real Madrid and go to Brazil?
Now let me give you a scenario. If me as Oga, I build a team finish, smart coach like me, I build a team and I got fired, and my boy, my assistant, now use my team that I build. Now me build though, you didn't buy one player and win 3 Champions League, and the club now calls me back and say, oh, see, your boy do am, come back. Do you think I know how to prove to them that I was better than my boy before you signed me in the first place? I want to do 3 Champions League, or perhaps 4 Champions League in a row, and he did one, and Man City took the second one from him. All thanks to Man City, would have done it would have been 3 peats by now. So Man City took the second one from him. This time around, he has gone one. He's going for the second one. If he finishes the 4 in a row, then he can go to Brazil. But for now, Brazil should wait and continue to think around their coaches they have. They have good coaches at Palmeiras. They have good coaches at what's the other one? They have good coaches around Brazil.
They have good coaches at Corinthians.
So they should go there and sort coaches and leave Don Carlo where he is. Because until he finish 4 in a row, I want Real Madrid to do 4 in a row first. Before he can say, okay, fine, I will resign.
Arsenal fans are just somewhere looking at him.
Arsenal fans are just somewhere looking at him. You know why I like this thing? After
2 weeks time. In 2
Arsenal
weeks
fans,
time.
wait now, Arsenal fans, they use 2006 compare 2026 or 2025. Even if you win Real Madrid, let's say you eliminate Real Madrid from the
They play
Champions League,
PSG.
and you go fit win
Why they don't go beat
already
PSG?
beating
They want
already. This in the
for group stage.
Yes,
Don't say you're not football no be the same.
I know, but they are
Okay.
already beating
You
them.
know, I used to say
already.
there's a difference.
they are beatable.
Everybody's
Everybody's beatable. There's a difference between a proper manager for all-round manager and a cup manager.
So who has that beat for PSG now? Proper manager or cup manager?
The one they beat now league format now. If you beat cup manager for group stage, when you league stage,
No.
you go no say na cup manager.
You know this thing where they give non so ginger, eh? Now next week, I mean next 2 weeks, we go know how far.
No, I see. Anyhow, it be. I bleed.
Make your noise
Clarence.
now.
I bleed Clarence and blue.
2 weeks.
And as long as
now, we
you
will
are,
know how far.
I bleed Clarence and blue.
This
And
one,
as long as you are in London,
lie way they use.
no,
to
see,
defend yourself.
as long as you
Simple
are in
and short.
London, you're a London club. You are not winning the Champions League.
Mm.
I want to rest. Chelsea have done it, and we know they hear word from that incident. Aston Villa is a London team as well, so they've done it, but till now, we know they rest.
Okay.
So
You can never rest.
I've conquered Europe.
You've not conquered Europe.
I've conquered Europe.
You've not conquered Europe.
Okay, let's see what happens if it's going to happen or not. Okay, let's talk about players returning from injury. Let's start with Chelsea, or let's start with Chelsea. Jackson is back at full training, so hopefully he's going to be available after the break. That's the next game for Chelsea. It's going to be, there's no game in the weekend for Premier League. It's going to be 1st of April. That's Tuesday, and Wednesday is when the Premier League will happen. But for the weekend is the FA Cup that's happening. We can know that they are not playing. So Jackson is back. The training for Chelsea, they have missed him. Now it's obvious that, because it's funny when he was playing, Chelsea think that okay, Jackson is not playing.
He's not playing. Palmer is scoring all the goals.
Yes, now
Jackson done lost.
Jackson has been out for like 2 months, and Chelsea have not been doing well.
And Palmer is been off too.
So I think they have missed him coming back now for Chelsea for that top 4 boost. I think it's very good for Chelsea.
Well, good for them. When you have your players come back from injury, there's a relief in the camp that okay, see, you have substitute bench that could come in and fight for the team. You get, when you don't have that substitute bench, that's where the problem is. You get, and for Chelsea now, Jackson coming in, there's a plus on the bench that okay, fine, we don't get the goal in the first half. There are runners in the bench that could come in the second half and score the goals, because players that have been starting for Chelsea this period are not starters for me. They are bench warmers. They come in the 60th minutes when the defense team or the opposition defense is tired. Then they run through them and get the goals they can get. Unless I'm doing a sub for attack and you as a coach is doing a sub for defense, which nobody actually does these days. If I'm doing a tactical sub, I'm taking out attackers for attackers. I'm taking out midfielders for attackers. And nobody's taking out attackers for defenders anymore. You get, unless you're winning like by a long margin. So I feel for Chelsea, it's a good boost for the team. Jackson coming back and getting the team aroused and ready for the rest of the season. But we still need somebody that will score 50 plus goals a season for Chelsea. So if he comes in now, we see a Kopama resurrects back to creating those chances and scoring those goals, because perhaps he bullies defenders off his road and Kopama gets the goal. But if he is not going to get the goals, or he's not going to make other people work better around him, then I think they should just get another player.
I think John coming back for this top 4 quest is going to be interesting for Chelsea fans, because they need all the players. Even if you can criticize them all you want, but they can contribute to help them qualify for Champions League. I think it's good for Maresca.
Yeah, it's a good one for the team, no doubt. One of the things you cannot take away from Jackson is the fact that he works hard, he runs, he contributes, he helps the team, and then of every other person in the forward position, he's the most potent for Chelsea. Simple. So, you can go and argue with the stat sheet that says he's the top scorer for Chelsea this season. So it's a good one for the team.
Okay, let's see what happens if it's him coming back from injury will boost Chelsea. Chelsea are in that contention. They are fighting for that top 4 with all their life. Everybody is fighting for that top 4 from that 4th to 10th. Just 5 points separating from that. You have only 10 games to go, so it's going to be interesting to see who is going to make that tough. Obviously, Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal, and maybe Nottingham Forest, if they continue where they are playing, will make that top 3. Then that top 4 is where everybody is fighting to stay with.
Did they play a conference league?
Okay, okay. Talking about the players coming back from injury. Okay, Saka is back, and he tweeted, and Arsenal Twitter handle tweeted, and he himself tweeted that he is back at full training, so he will be ready for Real Madrid in that quarterfinal
Yes.
game. Even though the next game on Tuesday is going to be soon, so he's not going to play. But him coming back from injury is a huge boost for Arsenal.
It's a huge boost, but I want to sound a warning, please. Let nobody come and say, hey, I'm charging Saka in training pitch, and you give the guy a knock. Please allow this guy come back for. Otherwise, we'll have Arsenal fans calling in because of BP. So allow that guy gently train, gently prepare himself, gently, so that we don't send him back to the ER ward. That's all I have to say.
Okay, him coming back now, so it's going to be a boost for Arsenal. Arsenal actually missed him, even though Arsenal have won some games, drawn some games, lost some games, but you cannot deny the impact as Saka has in that team.
So wait, is it that he's coming back to win the Premier League?
Champions League.
Or are you people happy that he's coming back to come and
He's
beat
coming
Real
back to
Madrid?
beat Madrid, to
Are you people
decimate,
happy
annihilate,
that he's coming
destroy.
back to come and play against Real Madrid?
And win Champions League.
Madrid defense line is back to full fitness, so let's not forget that.
And then
their back line is back
Arsenal's
to full fitness.
defensive
Wait,
capacity is
calm
better
down.
than Real Madrid.
Calm down. When Gabriel jam Mbappe, you go know whether he good or he no good.
Is that right?
You understand? So is he coming back to win the Premier League? The answer is no. Is he coming back to get them back into the FA Cup? The answer is no. Is he coming back to win the Champions League? Is yet to be seen.
Bad belly.
No, I like to put things, like you say, put things in perspective. So Premier League, Mba, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, you know, it is the Newcastle cabinet. You get Champions League is yet to be seen. I didn't say never, because they say now when you say never ever, that is when it is the only ever. So I would not say never ever before it becomes the only ever, but I'll just say him coming back to Arsenal side helps them boost their season. Yeah, because where they are right now is not where they wanted to be. It's not where they even dreamt of being. Being second place and 5 or 8 points behind. You get more than 8 points behind first. The last we've seen that was maybe a long time ago. You get they finished the season with at least 2 points behind Man City, 4 points behind Man City. But this season they are 8 points behind Liverpool, which is not good enough. So I feel like him coming back to the side is to help them cement the second place. You get and close down the gap between Arsenal and Liverpool. Then into the Champions League, when that time we reach, we'll talk about that.
It's going to be
All I will say on this matter to crown it up is that until it is mathematically impossible to, win the league from Liverpool, it's still open. You cannot say Premier League never. Keep reading.
Okay, let's see what happens. Saka is back for Arsenal. He's back for full training. I don't think he's going to play a Tuesday game, but probably from next week he will start playing. Maybe they will introduce him next week. Then he'll play full match the next 2 weeks. Then he'll play the Champions League against Real Madrid football. Let's see how he's going to come back, and let's see if Arsenal can breeze past. Not breeze past, cannot breeze past Real Madrid.
You can go and check history. It's been done and it will be done again.
You know, they call breeze pass.
Yes.
Like winning the
4-0, yes.
Home and away.
Come on.
Go and check in the.
You are not Lewandowski. You're not Lewandowski.
Go and check in 2006 when they came to Hybrid. Go and check that results. Go and check the 2 legs.
I think the 2 legs. The Hybrid ended 0-0 and they went to Beneboa and won them 1-0 when they scored that only goal. So
you say breeze pass that you beat them home and away.
Okay,
you win. Like you see that PSV match. That's breezing pass. They can't catch you. You get. But this one, let's wait till then. We are not go announcing.
Announce now. Declare.
If I declare now, it will happen.
You know it happen.
Okay, let's see what happens with Arsenal and that Champions League. Saka coming back, if it's going to be a huge boost for them. Or they are going to, I think the only Champions League is the only thing they have left to play this season. If they beat Madrid, they will play PSG. If they beat PSG or Aston Villa, let's not just rule out Aston Villa just like that. They will meet PSG or Aston Villa. Then they go on to the semi-final and to the final if they continue winning their games. But it's yet to see.
Okay, directly or indirectly, we keep forgetting that Aston Villa is doing well in the
That's what I'm
Champions
saying.
League.
That's why
Directly or
Doing well
indirectly.
till they meet PSG, we go no how far.
No, as indirectly or indirectly, we are forgetting that they are doing well in the Champions League.
No, of course they
For
are
them
doing
to be
well.
here,
Of course, no doubt.
I feel like if we talk about Champions League, we always talk about Arsenal and Liverpool. Until Liverpool is out, then we talk about only
You
Arsenal.
should be looking up to
Aston Villa, because you don't know where the magic, you don't know where the magic will come from.
You should be aspiring to be like Aston Villa.
Okay.
Two-time Champions League winners.
Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel. And T-Man is saying, I'm happy club football is back.
Yes, supported.
We are all happy that club football, international football most times is boring, but we have to play it, and every player have to go back to play for their country. It's the pride for you to represent your country. And even though the Nigerian Spikes did not do well, but it is what it is. Judah Onunko is saying, also becoming down, smart coach is scared. Oh, okay.
I follow now. I'm one of them. We know our job. We know what we see.
Moving on.
We know what we scout when we scout our players. We know the instruction we give to our substitute bench, and we know how to deal with opposition.
Okay, remember guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. sharp. We are live to discuss everything happening around Europe and around Africa and around Nigeria. Okay, let's take a few phone calls before we move out to Rangers International. Maybe I take maybe 4 calls. Move out to Rangers International, because yesterday, interesting result happened yesterday. Remo Star beating Enyimba 2-0. The league leaders, obviously Remo Star are going to be crowned champions after coming second last season. Back to back. They actually fought, and they are winning the league this season. They beating Enyimba 2-0. It's very, very fantastic result. And our own Daniel Rangers lost at the Cathedral yesterday, 1-0. We're going to talk about that, but let's take a few phone calls before we do that. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
location, please.
Okay, that's why I won their match yesterday.
Yes.
Well, talking of Rafia, what in the Rafia? Rafia, where Fernandez would give 4-1. Fernandez would do 4-1 in the national.
Argentina.
Okay. But he no play now.
I feel call Rafia again, I will call Fernandez for him.
He no start. Okay, go call Fernandez for now.
Yeah, now. I know what you're doing.
I know why.
It isn't easy.
But it seems say he no starts that match. So you know if it does say he play and full time.
Okay.
When you play, if we play full time, no, why not? But they don't play. You mean he play.
Mm-hmm.
No, so take the main man because the Champions League. Go and do him now. If you go and win Champions League, I know that good team.
Win Conference League first, then we'll have this conversation.
Yes.
I want Arsenal players when they go hard for Saka in his training. When they go hard, yes, when they go hard at him because that's how we make him to be strong.
Badele.
Okay, thank you very much.
IK, you are the king of Badele.
We wanted to go stronger.
Is it Chelsea fans saying Champions League? No, make I do am. I don't get problem with doing Champions League. Chelsea have won Champions League, they won Europa League. If they win Conference League, they have my full respect.
Why?
But if I win them now, and it was not easy when I won it.
Come on, Joe. Let's take
You
phone
want
calls.
your-
No, it was not easy. So if Chelsea win it now, then I'll give them my full
Good
respect.
morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Name our location, please.
Okay, someone from Abugo. This people should leave Chelsea alone.
Okay.
That's one thing that make me call this morning.
Okay.
The people have always been saying that on the studio. And somehow that also make me feel bad somehow because of some certain reason.
Okay.
Some coach and some player complaining of too much match
Yes.
too much game.
Okay.
Yes.
So and FIFA or UEFA are still creating more
Tournament.
Yes.
tournament. So that you think is also a good thing for the upcoming talented players. Is it constitutional that a team must use only one player? One player must be starting every match till the end.
If you look at that, yes. If you look at that way, I think it makes sense that way.
Okay, is it not a time to give privilege to other players? Look at the Chelsea team now. How many players are there? So if it's only 2 tournaments they are playing, then only 11 players will be playing match. Then while others are in bench warming the bench. Then okay, do you think Petrovic is happy seeing Sanchez being number one goalkeeper? So if you check his heart, he might be praying that Sanchez somehow will get injury so that he can have the chance to prove himself, or Sanchez loses form. Some players are that in the team, every team. Those players in the bench are not happy that they are not playing. So I see it as about the rest to say that they are they are giving them too much a game to play, that is they are not, but are they playing those matches free of charge? They are getting paid. Okay, look at the other time some team come out to create their own another tournament. Some team in England and join hands together. Is it not the players and the team that started creating that one? Is it FIFA or the UEFA that created that one? So is it not to make more money? So let them create more so that the other
players
look
can
at
play.
even Real Madrid squad. Even third 11 of Real Madrid is even better than some this big club in England that making noise. This Arsenal and the Arsenal and the
Thank you very much.
Oh my.
I
But
don't think
see,
that it's a bad idea. Let them give chance to others to play.
Alright.
It's just something that one thing that is destroying Nigeria now. Giving one.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Giving one. Hello.
Yes, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
hear. Yes, conclude.
Giving one people chance to be manufacturing something and not giving others allowed to do something. So they will be messing it up because they're the only one doing. So that let them give others a chance.
All right, thank you very much.
see, why the people are complaining is because the teams that have the finance and the squad list to play those multiple competitions are there. What about the smaller teams that don't have the finance to get those players in? Like in the time when they said,
Well, the smaller team doesn't play big.
now, like when they introduce the 5-man substitution list, when they say, okay, you can make 5 subs a game and an emergency extra one in case of concussion cases, there are teams that don't have up to the 5 substitutes.
How many games will Burnley play?
Huh?
Big is only going to complain because they are making the money, so they can buy more players.
Now, how many? What is the total number of players in the Arsenal shirt?
They are injured now. Okay, but let's see what happens in this matter. Is a battle between players, FIFA and UEFA and the clubs. They are actually looking out for their players. They are saying that there are too many games. Why FIFA is out there just creating games everywhere? UEFA is creating their own game. You know, the Champions League is expanded. FIFA brought in another tournament that is almost like a whole tournament that is going to play for a 30 days period. And it's when they finish, they go back to their season to do pre-season. They start the league immediately in August. So it's not easy for them. Okay, let's move on to the MPFL games. Yesterday's game was interesting. And yesterday's game, the big game there was. Okay, let's talk about Rangers Nation. Rangers Nation at Enugu here lost to Plateau United 1-0. Remo Stars, the leaders, beat Enyimba 2-0. Other games that happened yesterday: Economy Warriors 2, Shooting Stars 2. And then finally, Akwa United beating Niger Tornadoes 2-0. Okay, let's talk about Rangers. Rangers is another disappointing game for Rangers, but let's take this call before we talk about Rangers International. Yeah, hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that call. You know, we'll be talking about supporting Rangers and all that. And in the 73rd minute, they came in and they considered that goal in the 73rd minute. It was a poor game for Rangers International. But before we continue with Rangers International, let's take this maybe final call before we continue. Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is your challenge.
Name and location, please.
Yeah, please, I want to ask somebody wants to ask a question. Now, so,
Yes, I'm with you.
can you remember the last time a big side won Arsenal by 2 goals?
A big side.
A big side.
Can you remember the last time?
About
Just tell me when you can remember.
A big side won Arsenal by 2 goals.
That has beaten Arsenal with 2 goals. Let's say 2-0 up.
Last season.
2-0, yes.
Last season. Last year.
Can you remember that one?
Last year.
Which team? Tell me. You said last year. Which team? I think you in last year.
Hello,
No. Now, I said last season.
What I'm saying is that you are talking of
Last
PSG.
season.
You can't compare Arsenal's midfield to PSG's midfield anyway. Arsenal, PSG, you fit play Arsenal. Let me just put it to you that way.
Come on now.
Let's finish with Real Madrid first.
Come on now.
I don't beat them this season. You say it was good state. I just laugh. You understand? Okay, let me take it. Yes, good state. I didn't beat them. Now that 3-2 I won them was just good state. So the point didn't count. So them too, they didn't need the point. We didn't need the point. You understand? But for you to tell me that PSG can, because they play Liverpool, you can't compare Arsenal's midfield. Let's say individually, Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. Bring their three midfield. Can you compare them individually?
You have a calm. Wait. You want to talk about it? You have a calm, a rugged, and a very what's it called, corrosive midfielder. That's the three of them you have. The corrosive or the rugged person, Declan Rice.
They don't even have the shot Arsenal down.
Thank you.
They don't have the defense.
You see, I like Arsenal fans aspiring to Maguire.
Real Madrid only has the attack. They don't have the midfield to hold Arsenal. They only have
Real Madrid don't have the midfield.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah.
Man, I'm shocked at this, man. I'm shocked it's coming from you, man.
Thank you very much. But let them finish with Real Madrid. I don't know.
Is anybody don't have the
The
midfield?
problem is that everyone is doing projecting what I don't know.
Yes.
Aston Villa can still beat PSG and knock them out. So nobody talking about PSG.
Excuse me, I said, opium is the opium of Arsenal fans, right? Right now it's opium. After they lose to Real Madrid, you become copium, which is any and next season.
Okay, let's take this final call for talk about Rangers.
The guy is shocking me. Real Madrid midfield.
This Melabo, the Man City legend from Portugal.
Okay.
Please,
all right.
talk
What's
to
your
me.
contribution?
For Arsenal, despite their winning, they are underrating and that the Real Madrid will beat them black and blue. If you guys check very well, Real Madrid cannot beat a team like Arsenal.
Okay.
Why?
They always know that they will win, but for them to make it easy for them to win will not be possible like that. It might be Arsenal that will knock Real Madrid out of the UEFA Championship.
Okay.
This Arsenal of the team that we are underrating will be the one to beat Real Madrid.
Okay.
Because Real Madrid, what they beat Atletico Madrid, I didn't like it. They robbed them.
Yes, valid point.
Chelsea lady and Man City lady play yesterday.
Oh, okay. Chelsea and Man City.
Chelsea ladies won their Champions League match.
Okay. So Man City lady have been knocked out.
Yeah.
No, Allah.
All right. Thank
So,
you.
New Rangers, Uncle.
Anyway, they lost yesterday. Oh.
Okay.
Enugu Rangers
Thank
lost
you
their
very
game
Thank you
yesterday.
very much. Okay.
Lost everywhere.
Okay, Chelsea women beat Manchester women
3-0.
3 goals to nil in that game. Okay, let's talk about Rangers International. They lost that game at the Cathedral here, 1 goal to nil. It was a disappointing game for Rangers International. So, what do you make of us losing this game again? If you look at where we are on the table again, we are still fifth. We were 15 points behind Remo Stars, and if you want to play continental football, it's Abia Warriors that occupying that position in third position with 50 points. But losing at home to Plateau United doesn't make sense.
I just want to make one statement, right? If you look at the time when they conceded that goal, we'll come back and look at the last 4-5 matches. We keep losing games at the dying moment of the game. Why is it we can't keep concentration and focus for 90 minutes? Why? Secondly, why is it that once we hit the 70-minute mark, we start losing fitness in terms of people running around on that pitch, in terms of being able to track back to cover the ball? Why can't we work on these things? Because we've seen it all over again. You cannot score, like for example, let me not even leave it right now because it's upsetting me. How do we enter a game and we cannot create chances and score goals? And then when we get to 70 minutes, we say, okay, at least last na draw. Check out now how market.
Now, how do you see this game?
I don't know what to say because I saw that game and I was crying to myself and I'm like, if these players cannot put up I just feel like what won Plateau United the game was the substitute bench. And if you don't have the credible substitute bench to change the game in the way you want to change it, then as a team, you have a problem. Because when your old players, your starting players are your best players, and there's nobody on the bench that could come in with a spark of brilliance, then you have a problem as a team.
I have a problem as a team. Rangers keep disappointing.
So I think when the window open, they should go and they should rebuild.
The interesting game against Remo Stars beating Enyimba 2-0, and their coach was saying they deserve that win and they deserve that win. Obviously, they are going to win this MPFL because they have only 8 games to go. They have one. They are 8 points behind above Rivers United with 1 game in hand. So if they win that game, it becomes 11. Nobody can cover that point in the Nigerian Professional League. But let's see what happens if Remo Star is going to win this league. But I think they are going to win it. For Rangers International, they lost at home. They have 45 points. They are still 5th position. For them to qualify for continental football, they need not to win the Presidential FA Cup. They are still in that game, that tournament. So let's see. Or they'll finish third. But let's see if it's possible for them to win, qualify for continentals next season. I keep saying for you to improve as a team, you need to play continental football for you to gain experience, for you to play and probably come back and win the league. Okay, let's see what happens in those games. Tomorrow we'll come back again. The club football is fully back tomorrow. The FA Cup is happening in England, and the La Liga games are happening, in the Serie A games are happening. We'll come back tomorrow and talk about all these games tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and we drop content, fan reactions, we analyze games on our YouTube channel. Go there, please subscribe to our channel, like and subscribe to our channel. We have an amazing content for you. You can also follow us on all social media platforms, everywhere, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, that is Twitter, and on YouTube, all of them and even on TikTok.
Yes.
All of them in the same handle, Volt FM Sports. Thank you for joining us on today. Tomorrow we'll come back here to talk football. Thank you and God bless you. Have a lovely day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
News and politics.
Enugu State's governor has sent us
Gospel.
let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Boss, I need the Facebook page.
Odinibo.
Daalụ nụ ndị be anyị, ekele m unu. Igbo ndị ọma ji eme ọnụ, unu na-eme ọfụma.